Hello everyone, my name is Mario for Cost Spirit and welcome to the channel. So before we get started, I just want to offer my condolences to the Kirk family. So with that, I would like to talk about my perception on what happened with Charlie Kirk. This is going to be, as the thumbnail said, a spiritual perception on what happened to Charlie Kirk. So first I want to talk about, like, when I first heard about it, I was watching Redacted, and they were talking to, and it's when Charlie got shot, and Clayton Morris was talking to the one guest, and then he found out at that point in time that Charlie had passed away, Charlie had died. So what really caught my attention was that the response from a lot of people was the response of shock. Okay, when I found out, when I saw the video of Charlie getting shot, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised at all, and I don't quite understand how anybody else can be shocked. I can understand how people can be sad. I can understand how people can not be happy of what happened, because I don't enjoy what happened to Charlie. I don't think that was very nice, but I'm not shocked. Okay, if you look at the state of the West right now, how can anybody be shocked of what's going on? I mean, pretty much for me, what I've been witnessing, you could tell me anything now, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. You look at what's happening to all these little children out there that are being trafficked. I mean, the horrors are happening to them. If this can happen to them, and our governments and a lot of the adults are not doing anything about it, how can we be shocked that someone would do that to Charlie? I'm not shocked, and again, I don't understand how anybody else can be shocked as well, because a lot of these people that are shocked know as well as I do what's going on this planet. So why did this happen? Okay, well, it's easy. I kind of just touched on it. The state of where the West is why this has happened. And why is the West in the state that it is? Well, that's because God is asking this realm to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. And what the West is doing is resisting the Creator's wishes. They're resisting what God wants. But by resisting their God, they're bringing chaos into their lives. If you don't face your demons, the demons are going to face you. There are two ways that we're going to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. There's divine plan, which is the plan that you had with God before you came to this planet to do what you need to do to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. Or there is divine order, and what divine order is, when you come to this planet and it's time to do your divine plan, what you agreed to, and you decide to resist divine plan, that's when the divine order kicks in, right? And divine order is not that fun, because it really shows you your demons. It really shows you where you need to evolve, where you need to grow, and where you need to get closer to God. Now, in divine plan, you get to you're shown your demons as well, but because you're involved, because you've chosen to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, it makes it a lot easier. But if you resist your ascension, which a lot of the West is, these are the things that happens. Chaos, chaos, chaos. I live here in Canada. The crime is through the roof. It is not pleasant to see. People's morals and values are not there. You just drive on the roads. You're like I can understand why there's so many accidents. Like every day there's an accident here, there's an accident there. I remember telling my mother yesterday, I go to drive to her home before, like it was like 80% of the time it was a nice drive, 20% not so much because you had some issues. Now it's like 80% of the time it's not a pleasant drive, and 20% of the time it's okay. People need to stop resisting God. People need to focus on their ascension process. And what does that mean to ascend? It means self-love, self-honor, self-respect. Remove the demons that are holding you back from self-love, self-honor, self-respect, and start strengthening your relationship with God. Now, the details in that is very different for all of us. We're all different characters, so it's very different for all of us. But at the end of the day, it is the same. We all have to get closer to God. We all have to learn to love, honor, and respect ourselves a lot more than what we're doing. And when we're doing that to ourselves, we have no desire to disrespect, dishonor anybody else around us. Okay? So, anyways, I think I'll leave it there. There's a lot of parts moving around. We could talk about this, we could talk about that, and that's all fine. But at the end of the day, what the answer is going to be after you've looked at all these parts moving around, right? At the end of the day, it's going to be what is your relationship with God is. How is your relationship with God? Is it healthy? Is it strong? Is it 24/7? Or is it just once in a while? Anyways, I'll leave it there. Have a pleasant day, and we'll see you next video.